Welcome back, my hello subscribers. Today we're talking about a Seiko mod, one of my dream Seiko mods. So if you've been watching my recent videos, I'm reviewing a lot of watches, mostly focusing on the affordable, more accessible range, and there's tons of great options out there that you can enjoy, both new, vintage inspired, actually vintage, modern. There's all kinds of things for you out there. Similar to my experience in the photography world, there's a lot of places to dump your money at, so you gotta be careful. But in this video, I might be tempting you yet again with another cool option. And today, I wanna talk about Seiko mods. Now, I did not know anything about Seiko mods until just a couple of months ago. For some reason, I know I've been following all the major brands, micro brands. I was familiar with AliExpress watches, as you've seen some previous videos of me reviewing some Baltony, some Octopus, Kraken, and that sort of thing. But for some reason, I had never had a Seiko mod page pop up on my Instagram or anything. So when I finally saw something on Instagram, it really caught my eye. I found there is a model that I have always wanted and never have found an homage that does it justice, in my opinion. And that is the 5-digit, I think they're 5 digits, but it's a 5-digit styled case, not of the Submariner, of the GMT Master 2, all black. And I've always liked this black dial, black bezel GMT with the red GMT hand, with the Jubilee bracelet. I've always loved that style over the basic or the more standard military, robust, more looking Submariner, which gives you more of the tool watch vibe. The moment you put a Jubilee on it, the moment you make it a GMT with the GMT hand in red, I feel like it elevated that style for me. So I have always been after that style. And there are tons of watches out there, I'm not going to lie, that are homaging that style. But I found it with the trusty Seiko movement from a modder that I really have enjoyed. I've enjoyed getting to know this mod maker better, seeing them increase their range of the models that they're making, creating their first website. I've appreciated that they're like working through it step by step to build up, sharing their passion of watch modding with the rest of the world. This particular modder is in Australia. I'll put his link below. I've been really happy with this one. I was able to get it at first on the Oyster bracelet, but I was like, you know what? I really want the Jubilee on this one. So got me the Jubilee as well. And I'm excited to share more about this now that I've been rambling about mod watches. So this particular model is one of my favorites. It's the black bezel, black dial, red GMT hand. And the cool thing is I've got the shiny Seiko logo on it. Something unique that is different from the original version from Rolex is that the dial is a sunray black, grayish dial. So it adds a little bit more character to it, in my opinion. Seeing it against the sun, against light. I think he did a great job with the case size. This is a 39.5 millimeter case. So it's not quite 5-digit. It's not quite vintage sized, and it's not modern maxi case size. It's a little bit in between. And I think that's just perfect. Because once you put this on the wrist, it's at 47 millimeter lug to lug, 20 millimeter lug width, and it just fits perfect. It has no loop on the dial, which in my opinion, I don't mind. It's just so well made that when I wear it, I feel very proud and happy. It brings me a lot of joy. And that's the point of wearing these watches, of enjoying them. You want to be proud of wearing them, have fun with it, forget what everyone's opinion is, whether they like Seiko or not, whether they are against homages, against modding watches. This is all personal choice. But I am really happy that I've been able to get this one. It's been not a daily wear, but very close to being a daily wear. Feels robust, stainless steel, sapphire crystal, drilled lug holes on the case. It has that vintage feel. The bracelet, the Jubilee, I think could be stepped up a little bit, but because I wanted something homaging the vintage era, I think it's fitting, and it's not like precise on the case with the bracelet, but it's close enough to where I like at a distance or seeing it up close, you know it's homaging something vintage. So it has an original Seiko movement. It's water resistant, 100 meters, stainless steel, sapphire crystal. It has the classic aluminum bezel. Everything just like you would want it in those vintage GMT Masters. This is just awesome that you can find things like this at very accessible pricing, 200 to 300. There are some that go a little higher, but that's about the average. In my opinion, yes, it's copying, it's homaging, but at the same time, it's something that you can just enjoy. Not worry about banging on the walls or whatever you're doing. You don't have to baby it. You just use it and enjoy it. And that's what I love about this. So I've got 2 other mods I want to share. I'll make separate videos. One of them, I'll just give you a quick preview, is the Kermit. This is the anniversary watch of the Submariner style, but I got mine with a little bit different styling inside the dial. And then I've got a date just that I want to share with an olive dial, Arabic numerals. It's really, really cool. That one was like, I picked every detail of it. So I want to share those with you. So I just wanted to share more. I just wanted to spread the word of the Seiko mods. It's a really cool community, to be honest. I didn't know that it was so big and there's so many people into it, making their own, upgrading them in so many ways. Like there can be more work done on every single model that they do to upgrade them, from case to parts, everything. It's just amazing. So what's cool about this is that people, enthusiasts, are taking Seiko movements. They're taking aftermarket bracelets, aftermarket cases of all sorts, aftermarket dials, customizing all of these components, the hour hands, the bezels, everything is customizable. The case backs, like every single aspect that you would think of the watch is customizable. And enthusiasts are out there producing these awesome pieces that are either homaging vintage iterations of these famous watches, homaging current versions that are just inaccessible for many of us because of the crazy prices and just, you know, they're very like, they're wealth symbols and they're just hard to acquire. There might be a long list for something, and or like people, it's just a lot of money. It doesn't make sense to spend it on something like a watch that just tells the time. But for us that are enthusiasts and we love all kinds of watches, this really got me excited because there are a couple, not a couple, several models that I love. And I know that if I did want to acquire, I'd have to give up a lot or go in debt, and it's just not reasonable. A lot of these, in my case, vintage, are no longer in production. They're hard to come by. Sometimes the conditions are not great. You know, there's a lot of money to put into maintenance. They might not be water resistant. Like, there's so much that goes into it when you're looking at these actual original timepieces that are very expensive. So really cool community, and I'm glad I've discovered that. So I hope you enjoyed this video, just giving an introduction on watch Seiko modding that I just came across. My favorite one that I was able to get, and then 2 more coming. So stick around. Thanks for watching.